Welcome to Rangers Radio on the Matchday show, the world's one and only unique live phone-in show for Rangers supporters all over the world. Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, hello, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Oxshire, on the show this evening. It's AK as we build up to Rangers versus Annan Athletic at home in the first round proper of the Scottish Cup. Evening, AK.
Evening, Oxshire, the Takey team and everybody that's listening. Welcome to Rangers Radio.
Well, if you'd have looked at the chat today, I got the starting 11 right, AK.
Right, so what's the lottery numbers in Boots Southside Super 6?
Right, people joining us, mate. Give us the team.
There's a few changes tonight, right? Starting lineup: Kelly in goals, Aarons, Giga, Inciala, Magoma, Rothwell, Dowell, Danilo, Gassama, Curtis, Miovski. On the bench: Wright, Suter, Chukwani, Diamondi, Asgard, Lawson, Moore, Matondo, Chermiti. If you got that, Ox, well done to you. How do you see it setting up, pal?
I've not got a clue.
The bingo machine was calling.
Right, okay.
Get my screen ban, I know.
A back four, I sort of see a 4-2-4, mate. Yeah?
Oh, it could be anything, couldn't it? Aye. 4-2-3-1, I've got
Or
right
a
down.
4-4-2, mate. A 4-4-2.
Possibly.
Your wide men being Gassama and Curtis, and Danilo and Miovski right up top, mate. Yeah. Let's start with the goalie. That's the bit we all thought would happen, yes?
Yeah, aye, that was predictable.
Right,
Yep.
Okay, and he's the captain tonight. Back four of Aarons, De Giga, and Salah, and Meg Homer, right? But three coming in for the sort of cold. They've all played bits and pieces, but they've not played for a wee while. Started. So young Mahomes, I mean, he's been pretty consistent. So I thought there might have been a bit of experience in there, but I get the logic. And if we go in and win this game comfortably, park it, it's brilliant. But I think we're always nervous because of what happened last year, AK.
Aye, absolutely. You've got that nagging feeling at the back of your mind that you can't underestimate the opposition too much. There is plenty of changes here, but maybe the gaffers looked at their league position where they are. They shouldn't be a threat at Ibrox, but it's a funny old game. If you go out there with a wrong attitude and what have you, then we can come unstuck. But it's still a good enough team, I would say, to go and win the game first and foremost. But there's plenty on the bench here just in case. But hopefully we don't need them.
Okay. We talked about the forwards. The defence. We'll talk about the midfield. Rothwell and Dowell. That's the two natural midfielders in there. So you imagine they've got to play central, mate. Yeah. And it's really a surprise to see the both of them starting for Rangers together.
It is, aye. It's like an old school reunion there, isn't it? With they two in the middle of the park. Russell Martin is no longer our manager now, guys, so time to get your finger out.
Wide, Gassama and Curtis?
It looks that way, pal, aye. It looks that way. Danilo has been the kind of floater to support Miovski up top, I would think.
I see that, aye. I don't disagree. Okay, so for people joining us again, shout out to this team because it's going to be a major talking point, mate.
Aye, make sure you're sitting down. Anyway, Kelly in goals, Aarons, Giga, Inciala, Magoma, Rothwell, Dowell, Danilo, Gassama, Curtis, Miovski. On the bench: Wright, Suter, Chukwani, Diamondi, Asgard, Lawson, Moore, Matondo, Chirmiti. No Ant-Man there, Ox. He was in the bench here for Aberdeen, but he's no in the squad at all.
No. We'll maybe find out about that as time goes on. Is there logic in this? If we look at the two midfielders, people will say, I never thought we might see them in a blue jersey again. That's if we're playing blue, but don't get me started on that, AK. Right. Because if you're trying to move some people on, at least you're saying they're fit enough to start again for us so they can come, they're ready to go if they move on, yeah?
Aye, definitely. There's a lot of fringe players getting their opportunity tonight. There might have been mumps and moans about why they're not been getting opportunity, but the reason's obvious. But we're getting wins, we're getting results, and the guys are beginning to play well and as a team. So I think our gaffer has just went to them. Well, there you go. Show me what you can do for me and get us a win first and foremost. And if there is any potential suitors coming in for these, well, go and show them what you can do. But listen, first and foremost, it's about Rangers getting through this cup tie, and the standard of player, even though they've not been playing for us, it should still be better than fourth bottom Division 2 in Scotland, shouldn't it?
Aye. Imagine most of the players playing for us are all being capped at some level for maybe Aaron's, mate. Yeah. I don't know if he's played for England under 20s or that, but I'm saying at some level, not necessarily first team. Maybe Rothwell, wouldn't he? I know Dow played in a successful youth team or under 21 team in England. Danilo maybe nearer, but I don't know about his youth career. But listen, what's important for me is we keep the good field factor going. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. The momentum has been built. It's been hard work today, but you're right. You've got an expecting crowd coming to Ibrox tonight, braving the temperatures, and lower league opposition. But it's all about mental attitude and application. We speak about it every week, Ox, every game, and it's first and foremost. You can't afford to underestimate that this team that's come to Ibrox tonight, particularly on the back of what happened roughly about this time last year against Queen's Park. So get the game won.
Get that monkey off our back and part that into the history books, mate.
Yeah.
Listen, we've got Danny Rowe. If you don't mind, get yourself on mute and let's hear for the one and only Danny Rowe.
Danny, Scottish Cup action, what do you need tonight to get the performance and the result that you want?
Yeah, you have to take this very serious. Of course, it's clear. We have to win this game. We have to win this game with a good performance. I think I give some players now minutes as well. We rotate. We use the squad. I think it's also important for some players to get more minutes now, not like in the last couple of weeks. I think this is good. Yeah, you have to take it serious. You need the right mindset, because I think this is for me today the crucial thing. I think we saw in the last couple of days also some crazy results in the cup from other teams. You have to prepare for this, but I'm very convinced and positive for such a game, and then we can enjoy football.
Yeah, is this an opportunity for a lot of players coming in to show what they're all about?
Yeah, I want to see this. I think this is also what they demand from themselves. I think this is the good part. They trained a lot, but they couldn't play. And today they can show, I think, with a good performance on the pitch, that they are ready to go. And I think in the next couple of weeks we have again a lot of busy weeks, and we need everyone. And today there's opportunity to show us and show me that they're ready.
Yeah, is it about the team being professional first and foremost and doing all the right things?
We have to do the same things. The great effort. We have to be against the ball, strong, organized. I think, of course, we will have a lot of ball possession today, but I demand as well that we keep our structure, that we keep our rhythm, that we play on front foot, that we play fast and quick forward, that we have a good counter pressing, that we have a good net, and that we show where we are. I think this is for me also important, and with all the respect to them, but I want to see a good performance today.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
I'm going to ask you two questions. AK, what's your biggest shock in the team starting 11 and who you're looking forward to seeing on the pitch tonight most?
Could be the same answer twice. Rothwell and Rothwell.
All right, okay.
Listen, he came in with a good reputation, Ox, didn't he? You know, I think you said that you were even looking forward to see what he brought to the table earlier in the season, but it's just not materialised for him at all. There's no doubt he's got quality because you don't play at a level, the Championship, with Leeds, big club, expectation on your shoulders and thrive in that, and then you come up to Rangers and you somehow wilt or you don't show your abilities. So I'm hoping Rothwell has a really good game tonight, and some club, I'll see that and pick him up, and we get him off the wage bill, and that helps the kind of, how would you say, the regurgitation of what Danny Rowe's trying to do to the squad.
Use funds to refresh and split your up wages. I get that. I would agree with you with Rothwell, but I'm looking forward, hopefully, to see Chukwuemeka, mate. Yeah, just even in a cameo, yeah.
Absolutely, aye. I don't know if you would have started him or no, or maybe he's just trying to break him in kind of easy because he's only had but 1 or 2 training sessions, if that. So he's getting used to his new surroundings, new teammates, everything. But he'll soon get to get the feel of Ibrox and get the feel of the crowd, and hopefully he has the qualities to improve the team and kick his own for the second half of the season.
No spoke to you on air, mate. Are you happy with the transfer window?
So far, so good. Oxford just been, people are screaming and shouting, "Where's the signings? Where's the money getting spent? Are we going to get any new signing?" Nah, just let it take its course. Or things that's happening in the background. I've been quite chilled about it, to be honest with you. But I am delighted with the standard of player that we've brought in so far, and hopefully there could be another 1 or 2 in the pipeline. And we might even see one getting displayed at half time tonight. Who knows?
Possibly. A lot of media outlets are reporting that the deal's done, mate, but it's never done till you see them with a scarf, mate.
Aye, absolutely. And Andy over in Tenerife now spoke about that last night. The big man seems to be enjoying his sale anyway. He was talking highly of you. But he's trying to keep up with the young team, isn't he? It's not an easy gig, that.
If he was talking highly with me, he mustn't have been drunk.
Stephen couldn't bite his fingernails.
Well, he's a character of Andrew, isn't he?
Brilliant. It's good to hear from him.
And a right good bear, mate. A right good bear.
Aye.
Listen, shout out the team, and I've looked at it, but I still see a 4-2-4 or a 4-4-2, mate. I can't get anything else, mate. But you never know, yeah.
Aye, well, just with Danny Rowe saying there in his pre-match thing with there that he wants to keep the structure of the team. So maybe it is the 4-2-3-1 or the 4-3-3, and it's just trying to fit everybody into it. But I'll give you the team. Kelly in goals, captain. Aarons, Ziga, Enciala, Magoma, Rothwell, Dow, Danilo, Gassama, Curtis, Miovski. On the bench, Wright, Suter, Chutwani, Diamondi, Asgard, Lawson, Moore, Matondo, Chermiti. I see our favourite Matondo's on the bench here as well, Ox. Is this to put him in the shop window, do you think?
I think the same rationale, mate. He's in the squad. He's in the first team squad. If anybody wants him, you're saying he's fit enough to play, mate. It's all part of the business, isn't it?
But maybe he gets more than 2 minutes tonight to display. You're not going to display much in 2 minutes. You've no touched the ball, but you get your win bonus.
I thought the weather was quite nice in Aberdeen to go in for the last 2 minutes. I think he deserved that, Rabbi.
I would have put him on with half an hour to go.
But aye, there's a few shots, if I'm honest. The back four, no, they've all been involved in different things. Rothwell Dow, they're Rothwell Dow. I would say that Rothwell and Dow appearing as the shot, but when you see them collective, there's none of my shot. Majowski playing, Danilo playing makes sense. Curtis needs minutes because he's not had a lot if you're going to use him whenever. Gassama, well, you've got the same argument with him in and out. By the way, I've been critical of Gassama the last few weeks, mate, some of his performances and that. Yeah, but you can't deny that point. I think he's hardly missed a game, is he?
No, you're right. He's turning up for his work, and he's like a typical winger, isn't he? He's inconsistent with his performances. He started off really well. You know, there was a lot of the crowd. Remember Big Stevie earlier in the season getting really excited for what he was watching with Gassama and what he was listening to and hearing with Sheffield Wednesday supporters. Gassama has got that previous connection with Danny Rowe being there, so maybe he's just getting, you know, the kind of wind in his sails again, that listen, I need to knuckle down here if I want to start and to progress my career. So there is an end product with Gassama, but it's just trying to get the consistency in his performances, and if he's no scoring, then he's at least creating and causing bother, and there you go, he wins a vital penalty at Aberdeen to secure the 3 points there at the weekend.
I think flair players that can go for you, can go for you, but I think he's got to do more for the team, mate. That's my take on it. Yeah, everybody's got a responsibility for the team, and I think he's got to.
Aye.
I'm not saying he's got to run like a madman, mate, but he's got to do his fair share of work. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. No, you're spot on. It's just the modern game now, isn't it? I mean, you remember a Davy Cooper that you just used to stand at the halfway line and wait in the defence in the midfield, winning the ball back so he's ready to, do his magic at the other end of the pitch. That just doesn't happen now with modern players and modern teams. The structure that the manager demands of them, you've got to put in a shift, whether it's going forward, what you're good at, or else coming back to help out your wing back or that. You know, so they've all got their roles today, with the ball and without the ball, and that's what makes the team work, getting that and grounding into them and make them work as a unit and those individuals.
It's a team game, mate. It's a team game. You know, yep. You can be an individual within the team, but if the team functions, you usually win more games. Yeah, you have the odd moment of brilliance for individuals that win you the odd game, but collectively you're better with sums of the parts working, mate. Yeah.
Aye, 100%, Ox, 100%. As I say, that I picked up Rob sent us a text there. Ant-Man no on the bench at all. Young Will Cameron no on the bench at all as well. So does that mean that they've got moves in the pipeline, possibly?
Two different reasons, mate. I think Ant-Man coming back for injury, you don't know. We'll maybe hear, you know, and obviously we've heard all the talk about Will Cameron. That would put, I don't want to touch on it, but that would put a certain support in a real pondering minute.
Aye, well, we're beginning. We're beginning to date to them that they used to date to us. But aye, Aberdeen, there's not the best of relationships there. I'm a wee bit surprised that move. I don't know about yourself. I mean, the Curtis one makes sense if he does end up at Kilmarnock, but Cameron, he probably felt he couldn't go back to Dundee, but he needs games to help his development. I would have liked to have seen him go to Motherwell or that, to be honest with you. I think they play a better style of it, and I don't think their support would be volatile towards a Rangers player.
Aye, it'd be real interesting, you know, to see what happens. Be interested to see what happens in the two of them going forward, you know, because there's lots of speculation about players coming in, but the night's just about the game, mate. Majowski and Danilo, what's your thoughts, mate? Majowski a runner off the ball, Danilo a guy can maybe do a wee flick to a pass, mate. Is that Danilo's strength, and he can also get involved and score a goal, yeah?
Aye, well, I think Miovski will probably be your focal point where Chermiti's been that so far. I'm not saying that he could do what Chermiti's doing, because he's not that type of striker. I mean, if you're looking to bring the best out of the two of them, it's boys down the wings, down the channels, and out the tap and look for space to run into. But I don't know where the midfield have got that creativity in them to spot the kind of runs. But that's where Rothwell and Dow, you never know, they might surprise us and play a different role for what Raskin and Barron and that were doing before them, you know. So it's a really interesting lineup. I had a wee look at Annan prior to coming on there. As I said, they're sitting seventh, fourth bottom in League Two. But a couple of their recent results, they've actually had some decent results against Stranraer, against Spartans, who are above them in the table, East Kilbride as well. They went to Hamilton earlier in the season in the Challenge Cup and beat them there. And they also, with their two previous rounds to the Scottish Cup, to make it to this round, they beat Buckie Thistle 4-0, and they managed to go away to Clyde and beat them 3-2. So it's a big money thing tonight for Annan, you know, and that's what
They'll be delighted.
filters down.
They'll be delighted, AK, with Rangers upturning form. You know, that must be interesting moving tickets. Maybe 10,000 more. I know we'll get continuous credit, but you might have shifted up to 10,000 more, yeah?
Aye. Well, I think the apathy that was in the support a couple of months ago is certainly waned, and a lot of the support, even Albert said the other night, I'm actually looking forward to seeing a Rangers game now. You know what Albert's like. But aye.
You were doing all right up to use that example.
I can always, I'm only kidding. But aye, you're right. Listen, if it's 25,000 before, and if we get upwards of 35,000, I think that'll be a decent crowd for Annan to bank that cheque.
Maybe about $250,000, mate. That's a lot of money to a team at that level, isn't it?
It sure is. But it's not a lot to yourself or Bridger, that bit.
I don't get the OT that you get when you're actually at work, mate.
There's no need for that. I've not been off this year.
Don't worry, I've got a spreadsheet, mate.
So's my gaffer. Don't worry about it at all. You'll CC in that email.
You never know, mate. You know what it's like. I might just know your gaffer.
I hope though.
There's more. Don't be surprised, mate. Right. So what? Mate, there shouldn't be a problem. Any nerves comfy last season. If I'm honest, mate, it should be 5 or 6. Yeah.
Aye, of course, on paper. But Danny Rogue's already spoke about Real Madrid getting their comeuppance in the Spanish Cup the other night to a lower league. You don't get there with the right attitude, Ox. Anything can happen. I think it would be a disaster. You look at the bookies' odds, Rangers are 1-40, 1-80, you know. So if anybody's on Annan tonight, no, I'm not even trying to think about it. But that was another thing as well. Annan actually came to Ibrox in the lower leagues and beat us. Andy Little scored for us back in 2013, March 2013. So it's a big night for all them. They're putting themselves under the lights and on the TV as well. Any of them aspirations a move on to a bigger club or that, you know. So they'll be trying, but we've got to match that effort and endeavour, and then let our better players hopefully take over.
Aye, mate. Well, it shouldn't be a problem even with French players, but even if you look at the FA Cup last week, the holders, mate, yeah, that was arguably, with the gap between them, that was arguably the biggest shock ever in that competition. And I see that manager now,
Aye.
it might have happened anyway. I see the man that was sorting us in Seville was he's moving on at the end of the season, and I think there'll be a lot of people looking at him, mate, because he's built a decent side there, but it didn't work out for him last Saturday, mate.
Aye, well, listen, it's the message to get to the players to take it onto the park. Was that Macclesfield, wasn't it? Crystal Palace get beat with Oliver Glasner. Listen, I think he's a really good manager, and he's destined for a better club than Crystal Palace. They've had a few good players, Crystal Palace, but they're starting to split up their team to bring in the coin. And that's what tends to happen with these clubs now. You know, they've got to balance the books and stuff. But good luck to him. I think he's a really good manager. I hadn't heard that he was leaving at the end of the season, but he could certainly fill some shoes, certainly higher up the league.
Aye, and obviously, I'm saying, mate, I don't know if that was the biggest shock in that FA Cup ever. So because of where that team sit, and they were the holders, mate. Yeah. So I know there's the top leagues been knocked out with lower leagues, but I don't think there's ever been such a lower so far down their pyramid and the actual holders, mate. It was a remarkable achievement.
Listen, I think that's a good result for football, personally, because the way football's been structured financially, you're just not meant to get these results now. That you're playing against guys that's throwing tens of thousands a week, if not hundreds of thousands a week. You know, but if you don't match the effort and endeavour, the player that it's 11 men up against 11 men, Auchinleck Talbot's get the same opportunity, and let's wish them good luck for their weekend too. But it's 11 against 11, and you know anything can happen if you don't apply yourself correctly.
Aye, attitude, mate.
100%. It's attitude application. It's all there, but just for them that's gone tonight, it's a changed team. So let's be a wee bit patient and no get on their backs or that if we're no 1 or 2-0 up in the first 10-20 minutes. But aye, just let's get the win and injury free.
Yes. There's a couple of players in starting the night I never thought I'd see starting for Rangers again. There you go. I'll go that for it. You know, that would be Rothwell and Dow, if I'm honest. Yeah. You know, the speculation that Rothwell was gone, but obviously nothing's happened yet. And I thought, well, I didn't think we see Dow much. I know he's been on the bench the last few weeks, but I didn't think he'd maybe start again for us. But look, I want him to play well tonight. You know, Dow's time's coming to an end, and it looks as if potentially Joe might be moving on. So maybe it will be the last time we'll see them. But look, I wish them the best of luck for the night, mate.
Aye, because they're wearing our shirt. They're representing our club, and it's imperative that we need to get to the next round and keep this feel good factor going. You tapped on it earlier. Momentum, where we've been and where we are now is night and day. So listen, they've been given a shirt, been given a responsibility and a duty, and the fans will come out and expect as we should do. You know, so let's score a few goals and let's see players with smiles on their faces and that. And Seattle is another one that I would throw into that category. Actually, maybe no seeing them again, just because Fernandez and Suter have been doing really well in the centre there. So good luck to that young man tonight as well.
I didn't like what Russell Martin done to him, mate. You know, I didn't think there was any need for it, mate. Yeah, just bide your time. You can handle things differently, yeah. You know,
I
think,
totally
yeah. You know, I don't get me wrong. I didn't think he was due a place in my first team, but there's a way of handling, particularly younger players, because he still is a younger player, yeah.
I think that says. Yeah, I think that says more about our previous manager than it does, you know, the young man himself. You're right. Even though you're no part of the first team or you know, periphery of the squad or that, you still make them feel as if they're wanted, and don't just, leave them to the side and forget all about them. That does his confidence, and that absolutely no good whatsoever. So, aye, you're right.
Maybe it's just my benevolent, caring nature.
Do you have one of them?
Very hurtful. Very hurtful.
I'll take that back.
Oh dear. Personal insults. Oh dear. Right. I've said 5 or 6. Am I right, Ake?
Listen, I would take a 2 or a 3, to be honest with you, as long as we win. I think we're being a wee bit greedy. But listen, if it ends up 5 or 6, even better. I think we've already made the statements to Scottish football that we mean business. We certainly mean business of what we're doing, our transfer activity. The fact that we go to Parkhead, we home and away with Aberdeen, and we've got 15 points out the last 5 games, and difficult teams, Motherwell in the ascendancy, St Mirren on the back of a cup win, although their league position doesn't suggest that they're anything great. But listen, we just keep racking up the wins. You've said it for long enough. The W's mean so much more, and that's where Danny Rowe got it right away. He's been at big clubs here. He knows the expecting, say, the club and the support and the surroundings, and he gets it. He's been to Germany. The national team. It's all about wins. It doesn't really matter to the support how you play. It'd be brilliant if you played brilliant football every week, but much more important than that is getting wins, and that's what Danny Rowe's done.
Aye, then hopefully the good football comes. Like, the last 2 away games, mate. I think Rangers have been excellent. The last 2 second halves, mate. The last 2 away games.
You throw in Tannadice as well, Ox. I thought we played really well up there today.
Aye, that was a game we should have even. I mean, we were lucky at the end. We got out of jail, yeah. But that was a game, arguably the best 2-half performance away from home, yeah. And we never won it, But you get that. You get that in football sometimes. That's what makes it. Another thing for you, mate. If you get 5 minutes, and I know how busy you're at work, and you don't get any time to go on social media or any WhatsApp groups or that, right? Have a look at the Simon Jordan about TV and football, mate. I think it was done a couple of days ago. Interesting, mate. Interesting.
Aye.
Yeah.
I like listening to Jordan. He hits very much the nail on the head by a lot of things that he says and he does. And he's right. He's right. The money, the finances certainly dictate. I mean, I've said that we're all bright enough to realise what's happening across Europe. I think the finances have killed competition within countries as well as across Europe. It's only a selective few clubs basically that can win the Champions League, can win a Europa, can win the Premiership, and everybody else. There's this the kind of one as well where it goes, it's basically you've got 3 leagues within the one in the Premier.
No,
You've got
no, it's about TV. It just came out a couple of days ago. You'll find it quite interesting. If you get 5 minutes, yeah.
Yep.
But look, back to your team tonight, mate. They've all played in the first team. There's actually, if you look at it, it's no an inexperienced team. You've no gained 3 boys their debut. So they should have enough, mate. They should have enough. Just pass the ball well, pass and move, and get behind them, mate, and take their chances. And as you said, the good point you made. Hopefully, no injuries. Yeah.
Aye, definitely. Oh, listen, see when you see the team on paper, there is plenty of experience that they've all had first team action this year. So you're right, they're not completely throwing them in out the cold, and even the bench if need be. We've certainly got guys in the bench that can influence the game as well. But let's see what the team does for the first hour, and hopefully that's more than good enough for Annan Athletic.
Most of the players scored this season. Aaron's has scored. Has Jagiga put one in? Did he put one in? Can't remember, mate. Obviously, Mike Holmes scored.
Mike Holmes scored a
scored.
bit.
Casimir scored. Majovsky scored, Curtis has scored. Yeah, most of the players have actually scored for the first team.
Aye.
Dill, I don't know if he has, mate. Did he score at the
You
start
need,
of the season?
you need to play to score.
Well, he started at the start of the season, didn't he? That was part of the problem, mate. The support knew he wasn't up to it because we'd watched him, mate, and somebody thought they could change the world, you know. Right, we're moving out the last few minutes of the show, so let's hear from Reese.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Aye, I think, you know, he actually, look, that's amazing, really, isn't it? You know, that most of the name have scored, you know, some on the pitch, mate, because we've known a lot of minutes at them, you know. And obviously, who came in the summer? De Giga, McComa, Rothwell, the Gasman, Majovsky. So it's part of the summer signings, mate. And they, most of them should be looking to try and get in the team, you know. And obviously, this is a chance to catch the manager's eye to see you're trusted for mere minutes, yeah.
Absolutely, aye. Basically, they've only got training to do that. But when a team's in the forum that we're in now, the manager's not really going to look past his kind of tried and trusted 11. Certain spots on the bench, I'll come to you, but this is an opportunity to impress him, to impress the supporters, to get a result. And as I say, who knows, if clubs are looking at certain players, it's also the chance to impress them and take the chance from them, and that'll give them more game time, because at this moment in time, again, you've touched on it, previous shows, we've got a lot of players non-contributing for what they're taking out of the club and no putting into it. So get this win tonight, and let's see if any moves or that materialises. But first and foremost, priority is get Rangers a victory tonight.
I know you're all over it with your social media content, you know, you being an influencer. Yeah.
What do you go that for?
Well, you certainly influenced me, right? I don't always agree with you, but you certainly influenced me, right?
I one or two half socks, just the two.
Right, but is there any news on the signing, mate? Have you picked up anything? I'm looking.
I've not really seen anything, but there's a couple of wee whispers going about there off of the guys for Heart and Hand that you might get an introduction of a Danish player possibly tonight. Seemingly he's at Ibrox, so let's hope we get him paraded at half time and welcome him to our club. As I say, there's whispers that Ant-Man might be getting looked at to go. There's also, believe it or not, Raskin. Peter Grant.
By the way, that's a good thing, mate. That's a good thing, because if people are looking at your so-called players with good offers, mate, it usually means the team's doing well. To have a decision to make, obviously supporters will want to keep our best players, but ultimately it's a good thing, yeah.
Well, you've got to recycle your team. I mean, we've been you probably aimed that criticism at the previous management structure that we hadn't sold players when we probably should have sold players, you know. So you've got to recycle that money if and when it becomes suitable for the player, for the club, and for the potential club that we're going to. But we're certainly in no rush to sign Raskin. No, when his contract's due up in 2028, you know. But I think the fact that people are beginning to notice him, beginning to float about, if he does have a good World Cup with Belgium, then who knows? That's when the price might become, you know, suitable. But certainly not the new. I'd like to see wee Nico dig in and get a championship medal in his back pocket before he heads anywhere.
I've got quite a simple view in football, mate. See if somebody comes in and somebody wants to go, and the offer's right for you as the owning club, mate. If the guy wants to go.
True. True. It's happened many times before. If you've got an unsettled player there, it can affect the rest of the dressing room. So,
Anybody.
yep.
Yeah.
If it suits all parties and that wants to happen, then fine. We can just help recycle that money back into the team and improve it further.
But if the guy wants to stay, then you've got a decision to make. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but but that's just me. Everybody sees it different, and I understand, mate. You know, obviously we're mature bears. When you're younger, you don't see that, do you? You see, no. You get your favourites, and you think they'll stay forever. But players come and go, mate. And Raskin, if you'd have said 6 weeks ago, you'd have said, oh well, no matter any decent offer, he's gone. The last 3 games, mate, he's been excellent.
Aye. And that's credit to Raskin as well. You know, he's knuckled down and showed the right characteristics, the attitude that's got him at Ibrox in the first place. You know, but the fact that he is getting, potential suitors there looking at him only augurs well for our team. And the more the merrier. You know, because it means, as you say, that we're doing well as a club. That we've got other clubs sniffing round about our players, and hopefully big pound signs that come with them. And on that, Oxer, you've got to give Andrew Kavanagh credit for what he's done for our club, particularly recognising, that his mistakes, he's rectified them, and then he's gave Danny Rowe the cash to go and let's win this league title this year. He sees that golden egg of Champions League at the end of the season, so let's go for that.
Listen, I think they've been good for day one. I think they made one big error. It was trusting the people that were in position, mate. And we paid a price because we made the wrong call as manager. They two individuals might still have been with the club if they got the right call as manager at the start, mate.
That's true. But it just shows you the difference of having a good coach and a good coaching staff in your club to help them and also improve them. And that's certainly what we've got now with Danny Rowe. So credit again goes to the recruitment of going to get Danny Rowe. I know he might have been 2 or 3 doing the list of the who was available and what have you, but for the age of the young man and the so-called lack of experience, well, the experience that he does have is invaluable, I would say, for our club, because that's exactly what we try and act as a big club, but we're well down the pecking order financially, going with other leagues and stuff, but we still act as a big club in the proper manner, and certainly with our fan base, that's what we're looking for. And success is the key to everything.
Listen, mate, we're one of the biggest football clubs in the world, mate. We don't play in one of the biggest leagues in the world.
Yeah.
So it's just what it is, mate. But obviously, we also come from a country with a small population as well.
But we're fanatical, though, aren't we, Ox? We're fanatical. We live, breathe everything to do with Rangers. That's how much Rangers mean to us all.
I think there's more people per head of population go to football in Scotland than any other country in Europe, mate.
Aye, you're right. It's a good start.
I'll pull that one out, mate. I think it's correct, mate. I've not obviously, I've not counted them, mate.
Aye, no, I think you're right. But it just underlines how much football means to the people in our country, and certainly our club means a hell of a lot to everybody that supports them.
Right, you're going for 3. I'm going to go for 5, mate. Yeah.
I'll meet you in between then, 3 or 4.
Right, I'll go for 5 or 6.
Yeah. That'll do us.
I would like to keep a clean sheet as well, mate. And I'll tell you why. I just want to keep everything feeling good, and young Liam Kelly getting a clean sheet, and the boys in defence, because you never know if we're going to have to use them, mate. And so let's see what it takes us, and get the job done first and foremost. So you take a bridge man to start with, the base. That's your basis. That's because you just want to win and move on, mate. And you said the injuries, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Let's go,
Right,
Rangers, Come on.
Right. Last word for your good self.
Oh, thanks again, Ox. Hopefully everybody's enjoyed the content there. Looking forward to it tonight, and let's hope the Rangers put on a show for us. Come on, the Rangers.
I take it it's the first time you've been called an influencer.
I've been called worse. A lot worse if you see the feeds now.
Right, okay. Thanks, AK, for taking the time and joining us. Thanks to Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. This is Rangers Radio. We'll be back 15 minutes for a phone-in show after a Rangers victory in the Scottish Cup at Ibrox against Annan. Take it away, Old School Blue.
As we go marching down the Paisley Road, the west, the doors and the windows open wide. You will hear the people cheer, the Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. As we go marching down the Paisley Road west, the doors and the windows open wide. You will hear the people cheer, the Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me.